Bro, I'm pumping off adrenaline. I'm way too in my element. I know there's people better than, but right now who is better than? A man that's working hard as shit, trying to find a pot to piss. Showing all the ups and downs, shit is filled with awkwardness. Working on my discipline, time for me, I schedule it. Show my life unedited, I be doing shit I never did. Music therapeutic is a little dose of medicine.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Extreme Lifestyle Living Podcast. Now, today, what I want to talk about is the importance of having a plan. Whether it's a plan for your fitness goals, whether it's a plan for your career goals, whether it's a plan for your personal goals, whatever you're doing in life, whatever avenue, whatever subject, whatever area, you need to have a plan. Because without a plan, you literally default to your emotions rather than executing what you need to do in those moments. And a prime example of that is we all have 7 days in the week. Sunday, Mondays are day one, and then we go through the course of the week, and Friday, Saturday is our last day of the week where we get to the weekend. We're like, oh, thank God the week's over. We rest, relax, we go after the next week, and we're hopeful that next week's going to get that much better than the week before. We hope we make more money. We hope we get in better shape. We hope we have more abundance. We hope we get more peace. The list goes on. But if you don't have a plan, you're going to operate based on how you feel, not what actually moves you forward, not what actually moves the needle forward in terms of your success with your career, your fitness goals, your life goals, your personal goals, whatever it may be. So without a plan, you're always going to resort back to your emotions, your anxiety, your depression, your self-esteem issues, your insecurities. You're always going to have those in the room because you don't have an accurate plan to give you the exact information and clarity as to what you need. And we can all agree, 7 days out of the week, whether you're working for your career, whether you're working for your fitness goals or a personal goal in any other area, you're going to get tired. If you think you're going to change your life in any area of your life without feeling some type of emotional distress from just being tired from overworking yourself, tired from overthinking about shit, tired from just trying, you're out of your fucking mind. So that's why you need to resort on a plan. And if anyone here that works with me as a client, you know I talk about my NASCAR pit. My plans for my life are so clear that I just make sure there's people and things in my life to continuously make sure that I'm getting a mirror of what I need to move the needle forward to execute and not rely on my emotions. Because a plan gives you clarity, gives you direction, gives you measurable progress. You don't just wake up guessing when you know what you need to do. You know what to do, why you're doing it, and how it compounds over time. Prime example with your career. If you got to put hours in towards a certificate, or you need to put hours in towards a promotion or education towards something to gain that next level of whatever it is for your career, you got to have a plan on clarity, direction, and measurable progress to get there. Let's say you have a meeting with your manager and he's like, hey, why do you deserve a promotion? Have you done X, Y, and Z yet? All of us are emotionally going to say, well, I deserve more money. Of course. Let me get more money. Let me get more time off. Let me get X, Y, and Z. But if you can't sit there and have a measurable and clarity on the direction you're moving with confidence as where you're going, you don't have no leverage in terms of a promotion. So why would they? And my favorite thing with nutrition too is, when it comes to food and all these things, each week as you hit your protein goal, you hit your step goal, you hit your water goal, each week is going to fucking compound. Every single fucking week, it's going to compound. You're going to see success. You're going to get better time and time and time and time again. And it's like when you have that clarity, that direction, that measurable, that goal, that specific avenue of your body you're working for, you're not going to wake up and guess. You know what you need to do. You know why you need to do it. And it's going to compound over time, which when you learn how to look back and reflect on, that's going to build that mental fortitude you're looking for that's not emotional. Because then you look back and you're like, oh, fuck, I've been crushing it for this long. That's going to combat the anxiety. That's going to combat the emotions. That's going to combat all the shit that's going through my head telling me I'm not going where I need to go, aka the emotional shit that comes up. Because discipline without direction just leads to burnout. You can try your fucking hardest. You can put your best intentions into things. That's why I said if we rely on our emotions, all of us are going to stay here and say we deserve more money. We deserve more abundance. We deserve to be in a better shape. We deserve, because emotions make us feel things that just aren't 100% real. Emotions are just feedback as to guide you to where you're going. I could stub my toe right now and get infuriated because it fucking hurts. But does that mean I take that anger and put it elsewhere? No, I understand it for what it is. You know what I mean? So discipline without direction just leads to burnout. And you can work as hard as you want to, but if it's not tied to a focused plan, you're just going to confuse effort with progress. That's why you feel like you deserve more than you actually deserve because I put in the effort. I've been showing up. I've been doing this. It's like, who gives a fuck, dog? Like, you don't have an actual plan. Just because no different, not to shit talk people like this, but it's those people you see in the gym that have been going to the gym forever. And they're like, I don't want to offend anybody because there are people that go to the gym, they don't change physically. That's fine. It's just mental health. It's just, it's your routine. You feel good. But that's only a small population of it. If you go to the gym every single day, you go to your job every single day, you go to school every single fucking day, for sure school, you know what I mean? You can't sit, the prime example of school, not to go on a tangent, you can't go to school for 4 years and say, hey, I showed up and put effort in, I deserve my career, I deserve my education. No, bitch. You get progress by tracking and measuring things, and then use calculated effort. That's what gives you the success. So discipline without direction just leads to your burnout. So that's why you end up relying on your emotional state to be like, I deserve this. And that starts a whole other fucking opening of I don't want to say mental distraught, but it can be a very slippery slope, And the reason why you need a real plan is because it reveals those gaps where you can put your effort into more intentionally to get that results, because when it's written out, you can see what's missing, whether it's consistency, time management, or support, or you're just like, it's either two reasons why you're not seeing success when it comes to like having an actual plan in front of you. It's a skill thing or it's a will thing. It's a skill thing where you need to learn the tools and resources, which, when it comes to advancing your career, advancing your education systems, from getting your master's degree, all that stuff, certificates, even in the gym when it's changing your nutrition stuff, like that takes a lot of education. But then there comes to a point where it's like, are you willing to put in the work? And that's where a lot of you guys think that your effort equates to more out of life than what you actually got, because you track your effort. Everyone has a little bit of an ego, and they're gonna be like, oh, I deserve this much more. I deserve that much more. And, when you're not clear on what you're actually doing, you don't know what's actually there in terms of the gaps. So when you have a plan and you're actually following it, it's written out in front of you. You can see what's missing. So is it consistency? Like, prime example, you work with people and they say, hey, I've been tracking my nutrition. I've been doing super, super well. Why aren't I seeing success? And then you actually track and look at the plan and you see the consistency hasn't been there as much as you thought. Okay, cool. Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, you track everything. But then there's 3 days you don't even do anything. So there's a gap. So then that removes, oh, I feel like I deserve more success, to, oh, fuck, I need to smarten up on Friday and Saturday. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let's Sunday be a little bit off day. Do you know what I mean? Same with time management. Like, a lot of people think that they don't have time to do all these different things. Like, a lot of people think that you got to go and get a master's degree to have a career. A lot of people think you got to be in the gym for 2-3 hours a day to change your life. And all that shit is bullshit. Time management is one of the biggest things that comes down to people's gaps with their lives as well, is because they're just not efficiently doing things as best as they can, And I always say, if I can send you a message on Instagram and you reply within 5 minutes, your time management's bad, brother. And support's a big thing too. Do you know what I mean? Like, having gaps in your plan. That's where, like, having a coach for your fitness goals, or getting education, like someone to help you with education for like your master's degree. That's why we have teachers. That's why you have mentors. That's why you have your managers and stuff in your workforces to help you with the support to bridge these gaps. Because if you don't have a plan, you don't know your gaps. And if you have a plan, you have your gaps. So that means your calculated energy can go back into the right effort track-based things that you need to do. And I'm kind of rambling a little bit because I just honestly gets fired up on these conversations. And I just think, like, the silver lining of it is just finding what you want, having clarity on it. And then once you have it written out, you can see what's missing, because success is not accidental. It's literally scheduled. Your dream outcome of your life on every avenue, your career, your fitness, your interpersonal relationships, your relationship with other people, your family, requires structure. You can't wing your way to your highest potential. You just straight up can't. You can't just want it and not have a concrete plan in front of you and have the nerve to look in the mirror and feel any type of way about where you're at. Do you know what I mean? So when you see anyone's success, it's not accidental at all. For me personally, just to kind of hit the nail on the head to wrap up the episode, is my success. A lot of people say, like, oh, like they just assume from posting on social media and stuff. But I've been structured in following calculated day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month processes since 2021. It is 2025. Since 2021, I have been following but daily, weekly, and monthly structured plans. So when it's written out, I see what's missing and I bridge my gaps accurately and intentionally with my efforts. So having a plan is the best thing you can do for any area of your fucking life, because if you're missing a plan with your fitness goals, your career goals, your life goals, or any other, like even your relationship. Like me and Emma, for example, we're always writing out plans and goals and what we want to do. Like, I'm 30, she's 28. We're writing over the years. Where do we want to be at 35? Where do we want to be at for 40? You know what I mean? Because you got to have a plan. You can't let life just happen to you. You got to be able to be proactive and go after it. And with a concrete plan, you're going to know exactly where you need to be and how you need to be. And it's just so fucking important. So that's all I got for today's episode is have a fucking plan for whatever it is you're going for in life on every fucking avenue. Be absolutely relentless. And to reiterate all the talking points that we're saying, number one, if you don't have a plan, you're going to default to your emotions every single time. You're not going to execute. Number two, a plan gives you clarity, direction, measurable progress. Number three, discipline without direction leads to burnout, leads to you being confused with your effort, thinking you deserve more progress than you actually deserve because you're trying your hardest. Being busy is different from being productive. I'm going to say that one more time. Being busy is different than being productive. Just because you said it took you 12 hours to do something and I can do it in 4 doesn't mean you're better than me because you grinded for 12 hours. You're actually kind of stupid. You didn't have clarity on what you needed to do. Number 4, a plan reveals your gaps. And if your plan can reveal your gaps, then you know what's missing. And then when you know what's missing, you rechannel that effort, and then that's where you get your missing progress. And the last thing is cram it into your brain. Success isn't accidental. It's scheduled, and then you show the fuck up, and you get it. Point blank, period. So that's all I got for today's episode, guys. I appreciate you a ton. I got a little bit of a different style that I'm going to try for these episodes going forward. I feel like I keep saying that, but I've realized recently that I don't care about anything in life outside of impact. I care about impact so fucking much. I care about it more than any financial goal. I care about it more than anything. Like I want to impact everyone that listens to these episodes. I want to impact, me and Emma's life. I want to impact my clients. And, the little bit of a difference with these episodes is just the energy, the consistent, concise, just aggressive energy towards the specific talking points. And, I'm just excited for that. So I appreciate you guys all a ton. If there's anything you guys ever need, don't hesitate to reach out, but keep doing what you guys do best, which is lead from the motherfucking front and show the fuck up. Let's get it.
Bro, I'm pumping off adrenaline. I'm way too in my element. I know there's people better than, but right now who is better than? A man that's working hard as shit, trying to find a pot to piss. Showing all the ups and downs, shit is filled with awkwardness. Working on my discipline, time for me, I schedule it.